I'm going to tell you something you probably already knew about me. I believe in God. I truly believe in God. And I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles every time I look out my window and I see the amazing variety of green in my backyard. I believe in God when I see buds on the trees at Tu B'Shvat in January or February, even in Canada. I believe in God and I believe in miracles when I look at the faces of my children and I see how they changed from infancy to childhood to adolescence and to become young adults. I also believe in science. And I believe that there's nothing in my faith or in our tradition that contradicts science. I'm not unusual in these beliefs. It was common knowledge in the ancient world that the earth was round. They knew the earth rotated around the sun, whatever happens later. The rabbis understood the development of a fetus, and much of their veterinary knowledge is still relevant today. Rambam, Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon, understands this. He himself was a doctor, and he professes that the world continues in its usual course, fixed with certain laws since creation. So then what are miracles? Well, Pirkei Avot, the ethics of the fathers, teach us, Asara dvarim nivra'u be'erev Shabbat ben hashmashot ve'eluchen. There were 10 things that were created during twilight, on the very eve of the first Shabbat in the Torah. They are Pi haaretz, the mouth of the earth that swallows Korach and his followers. Pi haba'er, the mouth of Miriam's well that follows the Israelites through their wanderings, will appear in our reading next week. Pi ha'aton, the mouth of Bilam's donkey, who warns Bilam that there is an angel waiting to kill him, which appears in our reading in 2 weeks. The hakeshet, v'haman, v'hamateh, and the rainbow, and the manna, and Aaron's staff, which was mentioned today. The hashamir, the animal or worm, or perhaps substance that was used to carve stone for the ancient temple so that metal tools, implements of war, did not have to be used in this sacred space. The hakatav, the hamichtav, the haluchot, and the writing and the method of writing and the tablets on which the 10 Commandments were written. And there are those who add the demons and Moshe's grave and Abraham's ram, and my favorite. Some say the first pair of tongs, because you need tongs to make tongues. All these things may seem to appear outside of natural law. They may seem to be surprising, but our sages, they said no. All of this is part of the working of our world. They were created in the last minute before the world was set into motion. And that's important, because the world has an order that we can understand. And even those things that seem out of place are not. We just have to have faith, and we have to ask questions and dig deeper. For David Ben-Gurion, former Prime Minister of Israel, an atheist and a secular Jew, David Ben-Gurion said, to be a realist in Israel, you have to believe in miracles. We are an ancient nation, and yet the state of Israel is less than 80 years old. Our traditions date from the earliest times, and yet they also somehow fit in our modern world. so many other people who came before us, the Nabateans, the Akkadians, the Babylonians, and others are gone. And yet we're still here. We fulfilled Ben-Gurion's dream of making the desert bloom, something that would have seemed miraculous to generations who came before. We have continuously maintained resiliency in the face of way too much. And these too are miracles. To be a realist in Israel, you have to believe in miracles. But our sages also taught us, Ein somchim al hanes, don't rely on the miracle. Don't depend that God is going to save you. Like Nachshon, who is the first to wander into the sea before it splits. We stand up, we act, and we say, Hineni, here I am. Here I am, ready to act. I will be present, I will stand up, I will ask questions, I will take action, and I will make a difference. To say I am here, you can say simply ani po. That means I'm physically present. When you're sitting in school and the teacher takes attendance, in Hebrew you say ani po, I'm here. But are you really there? When we say hineni, it means we're here mentally, emotionally, physically, and ready to take action. Chazan Steve and I have decided that for the summer and moving into next year, we have chosen hineni, this word, this phrase, to be our theme. Reconnecting, rediscovering, and renewing. We will be focusing on this summer and then into 5786. Beginning next week, we have learning after our Shabbat service. Come, pray with us, have lunch, and then stay for a discussion. We will have 2 musical Shabbat evenings in our garden out front, followed by dinner. We will spend time together both here in our synagogue and in places around the city. We will be baking challah and other holiday foods. We will mark special days throughout the year. There will be music, there will be dance, there will be learning, there will be celebration. And we hope that everyone will say Hineni with us. I want to say, like Nachshon, jump in, the water's fine. I hope that you will be present emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically with our community. Hineni, Shabbat Shalom.